Oh, so I remember shitty memories tonight, and I'm making this video because I want to take my mind off of this. So, I'm reviewing Captain America 1 and 2. The Chris Evans ones. Yes, so in one video, I know this is not going to be one of the super positive reviews. It's going to be middle of the road, mediocre reviews. Because that's what I'm giving it. Both of them. Except one is a 6 out of 10, which is Captain America First Avenger? No. Captain America. I'm really sad for me getting. Sequel, Captain America the Winter Soldier, is a 6 out of 10. The First Avenger, Captain America the First Avenger, is a 5 out of 10. Oh, a big 5 out of 10. The most run-of-the-mill versus 5 means average, otherwise mediocre, otherwise means forgettable. And I can only hope you hate Captain America more than me, or just as much as me, after I'm through with these two films. See, his character is slowly becoming corrupted. See, instead of him being the moral was righteous, instead of him being the beacon of hope and knowing him having a moral code of right or wrong. That's how he starts out in the first one. Then to the third one, he knows as much as right or wrong as Donald J. Funkin' Trump. You cunt supporters of Trump. And I do think Captain America Civil War is the reason why we got Trump in 2016 and why he won the election. Not because he was smart everyone, not because he lost, not because Hillary lost, but because the world saw Captain America Civil War and realized, hey, who wants to be like that prick? I do, says America. Who wants to be like Superman, all goody two-shoes and questions he's doing the right thing, like in Batman, Superman, Man of Steel. I don't even know he has his heart in the right place, and that's what matters and qualifies being a hero. But who fucking cares about Henry Cavill's Superman? Besides me. So, and that's my review on. That's me topping on. That's my review on Captain America Civil War. That's my review on Civil War, which gets a 5 out of 10 for a Captain America movie. Nope. It gets a 3 out of 10 for a Captain America movie, and gets let's say 10 out of 10 for an Avengers film, and 10 out of 10 for a Black Panther film, for a solo Black Panther film, because it was a better Black Panther story than the actual Black Panther movie, which Chadwick Boseman released in 2018. I'm not just going to review. Why would I stop this review to Captain America? Why don't I review the whole trilogy and why I am glad it's over? I just said glad it's over. This is why I'm glad it's over. Oh, Captain America started so well, sort of, in the first one. despite being another first truly horror, most haunting looking Marvel film. Looks more haunting looking than the Hell Survivors remake, color grade. So that's a step in the right direction, because isn't that what you want in a Captain America film to look like? And that's first one, sadly, the most pretty looking Captain America's film you're going to get, and it just gets worse as the trilogy goes on. Like everything in the, I know it's what's funny. Why is everything tinted in the first Captain America film like a dark blood red? It doesn't look even finish the color. Of course, I can say for the trilogy in nutshell, and the trilogy in every MCU film, almost every MCU film up until Far From Home. But that's another story. And the tint, the color, everything's tinted blue in the Winter Soldier. Well, and then everything's tinted gray and brown. Actually, no, it's not tinted gray. I hear people say it's tinted gray, but when we really look at the screen, it's really tinted brown, like the shit brown that comes out of your ass. Civil War is. So we talked about how ugly they are, and then I talked about the story and Captain America's character arc, and how basically he just pushes everyone that actually ever cares about away from him, because he wants to protect his old buddy Bucky in Civil War, blah, blah, blah. He ends up losing everyone who ever cared about him, except he still has Bucky. And Gay Newfriend, the Black Panther who wanted to kill Bucky, but then realized he wasn't guilty for the murder of his father. And the Avengers are split up, all as well as Envo. Oh, he apologized, left a note for Tony, nailed him a old-fashioned beat-up cell phone, crappy cell phone, and that has Steve's number on it, in case if he ever needs help, then says he'll be there as his buddy. And he is sorry for everything that he did in the movie. And I don't care one shit of what he said of his apology. Don't buy it. So, Captain America now went on the Winter Soldier. So, Captain America is on a SHIELD mission. It really turns into a buddy comedy after he teams up with Black Widow to find the Winter Soldier. I mean, it hints at the did I say Black Comedy? I mean, action comedy, the buddy comedy. It hints at the buddy comedy. It's a buddy comedy from beginning to end with Black Widow. After Black Widow messes up her relationship by keeping a secret from him. Then he keeps a secret from SHIELD, including Black Widow. After Nick Fury gives him a drive saying don't trust anyone, that's his last word before he loses his life. And he goes to chase the Winter Soldier and sees the man's face. And it's the Winter Soldier, he doesn't know who it is, though. Captain America is framed for the death by the CEO of SHIELD now, who was Fury's best bud, who saved his life many times, and was, while back, and Fury found out because he fakes his own death. And third act, while Black Widow and Captain America are on the run, and try and figure out what was on the drive, only to reveal that SHIELD's been taken over by Hydra for many, many centuries. Since the beginning. Since SHIELD began, so Captain America comes up with a bad plan instead of Nick Fury's. So they go with Nick Fury's, plan, but blah blah blah. They went to Captain America's plan saying everything needs to go. All the resource and everything needs to go. And they're all with him. Then Nick Fury says, looks like you're going to give him the orders now, Cap. So, Cap comes up with this half-assed speech that sounds like he's reading off a fucking bag, fortune cookies. So this makes him sound more stupid than heroic. And a little bit kind of intoxicated, as in drunk. And high at the same time. He even performs it like that. The speech. I guess he does with every speech we hear from Captain America since this movie. Starting with movie and ending with Endgame when he retired of old age. Blah, blah, blah. Very confusing. If we're back in time, then he never come back on a time machine and just revive the Avengers in old age and spend his life with Peggy Carter. Which is a big problem, because when you think about it, Hydra was taken over by S.H.I.E.L.D. So technically, Cap made another alternate timeline. And fucked up history. Like the bald guy and what's that movie called? Hot Tub Time Machine. Just for his own selfish fucking needs. What a hero. So basically, all those heroic deeds that he committed after the first Avenger, say it with me now, was absolutely useless. Ultron's now back. S.H.I.E.L.D.'s now back. S.H.I.E.L.D's now taken over by Hydra is now back. Why? Because the new timeline that he created, and he explained this is how time works in the MCU and Endgame. He just couldn't leave history alone. He just had to follow his dick. His erection. He's a dickhead. And so they take down Hydra with the help of Falcon, Black Widow, and Nick Fury. They all, and Fury's right-hand man, Maria Hill. They all take down Hydra, which is only and S.H.I.E.L.D. is the cover-up of Hydra. It's basically Hydra in disguise as S.H.I.E.L.D. that took control, taken over of S.H.I.E.L.D. since the first decade of S.H.I.E.L.D. that Peggy Carter was from. That Peggy Carter was working from. So not only that, but Peggy Carter could probably be a Hydra agent. You didn't think that one through, did you? Oh yeah, right. You're Captain America. Not the one from the comics who actually tries to use his brain. The one who just uses brawn and dick to think. And calls himself smart. That's the power of Chris Evans' MCU Captain America. I salute you, asshole. To hell. And so S.H.I.E.L.D. is now S.H.I.E.L.D. Hydra is all gone. Now people who weren't traitors of S.H.I.E.L.D. have to find new jobs, and the ones who were traitors of S.H.I.E.L.D. were working in Hydra within S.H.I.E.L.D. all getting arrested. And all's well and Bucky decides not to kill Captain America because something about him reminded him, even though he didn't really quite remember him. Something about him just told him to do it. Like he subconsciously remembered him. And so yeah. Now Falcon and Captain are going to turn down Furies and offer working with him. And go looking for Bucky while Tasha Romanoff makes peace with her parents back at Russia. Never comes full circle, that part of in the MCU, but it's happened. Oh my god. And Yeah, and then Captain America's first Avenger, he lies several times about his name, because and gets rejected several times. Then when he thinks he's going to get caught by people and get arrested, he's offered an opportunity by this weird, kooky lab scientist because he has this funny accent. This funny, fake German accent. Saying that the reason why it didn't work on Red Skull because he was a bad man. That's why he signed for a sci-fi, not because it was just a bad batch. That makes sense. But the reason why I work on Captain America is because he's a good man. Not because they got the formula right, but because, or bad batch rings, because he's just a good man. And he knows that he's a good man because he says he doesn't like bullies, that's why he wants to join the army, blah, blah, blah. And he commits these whole selfish heroic acts by taking his life on a dug grenade and using his brain power to get the flag by just pulling the thing out of the pole and getting the flag, and takes a ride back with Carter, his girlfriend. That's clearly into him. But he's completely clueless. And even when he does get the powers and the muscle and the biceps and the height from being a skinny small boy to a hunker man with incredible reflexes and strengths. That's only demonstrated in montages of him being Captain America, with his what's it called? With his crew that don't get named at all, like in the comments. That don't get his crew doesn't get their acknowledged their name. They'll or get fleshed out or anything other than Bucky, or get name dropped. Other than Bucky, because Bucky, when the train's right, Bucky looks like he's dead, only to return in Winter Soldier, because Hydra found him on ice, freezing to death. And he lost an arm on the way down. Yeah. But you have to see the Winter Soldier to find that out. And that's another confusing story. So, everybody on Captain America's crew dies, and Captain America gets caught, and the rest of S.H.I.E.L.D., Peggy Carter, and the ring guy that was kind of a dick, Captain America, and still a dick to Captain America, played by Tom Lee Jones, and shows no respect to Captain America, even when he's committed several horror acts, and only shows respect to him once he saves everybody because he was too afraid to send his people to get people behind enemy lines and bring them back alive. So he was just going to let them die by the hands of Hydra. But Captain America brings it back. Then he earns the respect of the General. General decides to help Captain America get on the plane with Peggy Carter. And Peggy Carter kisses Captain America for their first and last kiss. Why, bro? Because Captain America goes on the seas and the ice and the frozen and gets frozen in the ice, so that we could have a 2012 underwhelming adventure film that's even more underwhelming than this film, and less character development and more hard to get through. This is after he lands the plane, guy's plane, in the iceberg to save everyone, after it looks like Red Skull died by touching the Tesseract, only to be later revealed he's not dead. He got sent to another dimension to guard this Tesseract, which is like which is blue, but it's yellow and called the Soulstone in Infinity War. It doesn't make it. I told you in Infinity War doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Marvel doesn't make sense. But if it was blue in if it was blue in the in Square, and the Tesseract how can be two Tesseracts in the universe of Marvel, and the one that he touched, Red Skull, sent him to a different dimension to guard the same one he touched, called the Soul Stone, that can only be earned by a sacrifice of losing that which you love. Yeah. So, blah, blah, blah. Captain America supposedly dies, and he's inspired a bunch of kids playing Captain America and his army who never got name dropped, or outside of Bucky. We don't even know the individual's name outside of Bucky. And Captain America is in Bucky's the only people we know in the group. That, and his group doesn't get mentioned what he calls his group. And he picks this group at a drunk off their asses in a bar, which has helped his best friend Bucky. So yeah. But wait, there's more. After the credits, that you see after each Captain America end credits movie. And so for Civil War, it was hinting at Tom Holland's Spider-Man Homecoming. That was terrific and totally worth the wait. But for Captain America Civil War, it was hinting out Age of Ultron, which Marvel fans gave Marvel fans mixed feelings about. And the only Avengers film that they got mixed feelings about and got diverse feelings about. So yeah, and Captain America, the first one, not only showed Captain America survive, but been asleep and frozen for way too long, for generations, for many years. And Becky's now probably an old lady. And she is, once we see her in Captain America, and when she makes a brief cameo later by the same girl with bad old lady makeup. And she's going all senile and can't remember shit, but Steve still loves her. And then when we get to Civil War, she passed away in her sleep out of old age. And we don't know, unless you've seen any of these past two Captain America films, you won't feel sorry or feel shit for who died in Civil War for Cap. But hey, it's a movie. Why would we want to give a shit about characters? We went from two movies that were kind of giving a shit about him to the third movie not giving a shit at all. Because he's 100% asshole mode on this movie. He turns up his asshole dial to a 100% in Civil War. See, he kind of got more of an asshole as the series went on, but it was gradually, you kind of understand why he's more of an asshole in the past two in a sequel compared to why he was an asshole in the first one. But here, he's just acting like, well, a fucking pure evil villain in the third one. And giving a really lousy performance. I'm sorry, but in the past one, what was wrong with his performance in the past two ones they couldn't give in the third one? And the third one, 99% of the time, he has a Donald Trump. He's performing Captain fucking America like it's Donald Trump, fucking Donald J. Trump. And by giving the Trump look 99% throughout the entire film until the last 15 minutes, once all three of them team up to take down Baron Zemo, Bucky, Iron Man, and Cap. And it feels like three different movies that just shouldn't go together. And really shouldn't feel like they go together, and they kind of do, but kind of not. It doesn't know it doesn't know his strengths or his weakness, and that's the problem about giving problems with Captain America Civil War. Of course, that's the trilogy in a nutshell. They don't know what to do with Captain America unless, let's not make him timeless, but modern for the fans. So, instead of making him a timeless character, having him struggling to move on from the time period he used to know, but still slowly but surely moving on with his life. And, slowly but effectively, they decided to set, like, they decided, we can't have, that's just going to take too long. Nobody's going to want to see that, and they're right, no one would want to see that. Like, no one wants to see slow character development throughout each film, because that's what people hate Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and that's why people hate Thor's. That's why people don't not that crazy about Thor from the MCU, or Tom Holland's Spider-Man, or even Black Widow from the MCU, or Henry Cavill as Superman. Even though all those characters are way better characters and actually well-rounded characters and relatable characters, unlike Captain fucking America, who is the worst character in the MCU since Brie Larson's Captain fucking Marvel. I said that. Brought to the cinematic screen ever. He's worse than John Constantine.